Yo, we gotta talk about this. Recently, Kamala Harris did an interview with Telemundo, and she was asked some interesting questions about immigration. And what was wild about the exchange is that she was visibly struggling to gather her words to explain what it was that she was trying to explain. However, she didn't really go down the rabbit hole of talking about border security. For the most part, in her exchange with this interviewer, what it sounds like she wants to do is simply allow amnesty for the people who are quote unquote illegal, who are already here, to just grant those people amnesty and citizenship and not really returning anyone back to their country for them to come through on a legal pathway. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this article here from Blaze Media, and then we're going to watch a clip that was posted on X from that interview in regards to the conversation between Kamala Harris and the interviewer. All right. So what it says here is Harris admits to Telemundo, "I'm for amnesty for illegal immigrants." Now, as you guys know, this is kind of different than what she was saying before. "We need smart, humane immigration policy." Vice President Kamala Harris admitted during an interview with MSNBC that she wants mass amnesty for the millions of illegal immigrants who have come to the United States during the Biden-Harris administration. Telemundo host Julio Vaquero grilled Harris on her plans for addressing the massive issue, a longtime weak spot for the Democrats even before the border crisis started when Joe Biden became president. Right now, we're talking about border security, and there's nobody, no Democrat, talking about pathway to citizenship, immigration relief, benefits that migrants bring to this country, Vasquero said to Harris, which is interesting, right? I want you guys to peep game on that. That's very, very interesting, all right? So now here, Kamala Harris says, I am talking about it. There's no question that migrants bring. America is a country that was built in part by immigrants, Harris stammered. All right. So again, she had one of those moments where there was like a pre-programmed talking point glitch. Okay. When Vaquero brought up former President Donald Trump's plan to conduct mass deportations, Harris interjected that she is not proposing that. "We need smart, humane immigration policy that includes a pathway to citizenship," Harris continued, adding a need for more resources in terms of security at the southern border. U.S. Customs and Border Protection finally released the data for the number of illegal immigrants encountered at the southern border for fiscal year 2024, which ended at the start of October. U.S. Border Patrol encountered over 1.5 million illegal immigrants in this recent fiscal year, a slight drop from 2 million in fiscal year 2023. The drop in encounters, while still historically high, is due to the Biden-Harris administration expanding the nation's parole program, typically used on a case-by-case basis, to thousands of people per day. This was an effort to reduce the number of illegal crossings in order to reduce the bad optics of people flooding the border, even though the strength of their cases is very much in doubt. Despite these efforts, illegal crossings in areas found around Eagles Pass, Texas, are starting to pick up again as illegal immigrants want to enter the country before the presidential election. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this bizarre exchange between Kamala Harris and this interviewer on Telemundo. All right. And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about how she just really struggles to get to the point.
Right now, we're talking about border security, and there's no Democrat talking about pathway to citizenship, and immigration relief, and the benefits that migrants bring to this country.
Oh, but there's no question that migrants bring. America is a country that was built in part by immigrants.
When I see people struggle through questions, it's just bizarre to me. Like, I don't understand how you can hear the question be asked to you, and then you can't gather your words. This is what's called expressive aphasia. There's a medical term for this. It's called expressive aphasia. And what it is that you have this situation where the words are like on the tip of your tongue and you're not able to connect vocalizing them to the thoughts that's in your head, which is just weird. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I don't know, like, no past medical history or anything like that. But to me, like, just anybody that doesn't have like any type of past medical history of like any type of neurological issue, like a stroke, or, you know what I'm saying, like a closed head injury, or some type of dementia, or, you know, anoxia to your brain, you know what I'm saying, you were deprived of oxygen for some time, you really should just be able to answer this question very clearly. I mean, this wasn't a difficult question, and it's just bizarre. I don't understand. So he says, you know, nobody's talking about the benefits of migrants, right? Like, I mean, I would have been like, you know, people who come to the country with a good intention and they come on a legal pathway clearly can bring benefit to the country. There's not a question of that. However, there are people that are causing issues with coming to the border, and they're coming illegally. Those are the people that we're concentrating on. The people who come to the country legally and bring a benefit to the country, those are the people who we invite here. We invite them to utilize our process that's available for becoming a citizen. However, what we have to address is border security. Border security is not addressing those migrants who are bringing quote unquote benefit. The border security would be addressing those migrants who are like Trinde Aragua, who are making things bad, not only for other migrants, but for everyone. I mean, it's a very easy question to answer. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why it is that Kamala Harris can't answer it. So I kind of got on a rant. I apologize. It might have kind of thrown off where we were in the video. So I'm going to run this clip back, and I'm not going to interrupt it after it goes through.
Right now, we're talking about border security, and there's nobody, no Democrat, talking about pathway to citizenship, and immigration relief, and the benefits that migrants bring to this country.
Oh, but there's no question that migrants bring. America is a country that was built in part by immigrants.
But people are concerned about their TPS, their DACA, we're talking about mass deportations.
I'm not talking about.
What do you stand on mass deportations? What's your stand there?
We need smart, humane immigration policy in America that includes a pathway to citizenship.
Right now, we're talking.
Listen, I don't know what to say, man. I mean, you know, this is probably going to sound really, really bad. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just take it with a grain of salt. But this sounds like two toddlers struggling through trying to explain the theory of special relativity to each other. I mean, this is not that complicated, and I don't understand why it is. And so, you know, this is another thing that you got to think about. Like, just, is everything gonna just be extra complicated for no reason? I mean, this was a very simple question to answer. And I mean, she really broke a sweat trying to get through it. I don't understand. Let me know what you guys think. This is sounding very different than what it was sounding before when she was talking about border security. Now she's talking about mass amnesty. Just really, 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 really sending herself right on a downslide, right out of the door, and right out of the chances of getting into the White House. If you ask me, things just ain't going real good. It's crashing and burning, and it's just very wild to watch. So with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the bell icon twice, smash that like button, share this video to all of your followers, and I will catch you all on the next one. All right, peace.